Welcome everyone. Today is the day. So behold the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra H.I.S tank. There's just so much to talk about in regard to this amazing work of art. So as I get ready to do this review, please come along and enjoy the ride. So first off, this is the transport packaging. And as you can see, it looks very sturdy. And here's the awesome looking main packaging. The G.I. Joe HasLab team really did an amazing job on this artwork, as it's just too cool. So I presume this side to be the front, and it looks phenomenal. It's got the nice primary color scheme of black and red, and you can see the Cobra H.I.S tank driver and the H.I.S tank itself in the foreground. And in the background are images of the Cobra Commander, Destro, and M.A.R.S. Everything looks really great. On this side of the box are images of the female Cobra H.I.S tank gunner, the Cobra logo, and the H.I.S tank. Looks amazing. Then on this side, you have a close-up image of the front of the Cobra H.I.S tank. And you can also see an image of the Tactician, which is the early bird figure for this HasLab project. In addition, you can also see the rest of the M.A.R.S artwork, which wraps around this end of the box. This side of the box has a large side profile image of the tank, and in the background is a smaller scale image of the tank as it sits at a further distance. And here we have the top. So up here, we can see a shiny red Cobra logo, as the paint job is amazing. There's two Cobras on each lower end of the insignia, and the word Semper Fidelis mean always loyal. And at the bottom it says Serpens, which means serpent. So very cool looking. We can also see additional detail, such as a large Cobra logo in grayscale, and the H.I.S tank image has a grayscale color application as well. Then in the top right section it says HasLab. And along the lower left section at the bottom, it says 788 Mark I GH7C. The emblem in the middle says M.A.R.S, which stands for Military Armaments Research Syndicate. Essentially, M.A.R.S is a base controlled by Destro. And to the right of the M.A.R.S logo, it says 6 inches, 15 centimeters, which refers to the scale. Here at the bottom is a schematic of the H.I.S tank vehicle. It looks really detailed. Also, there's some pertinent information pertaining to the H.I.S tank's essential features here at the bottom as well. Looks great. In addition, you can again see the scale of the figures on the right side, which is 6 inches, 15 centimeters. Alright, so you can see two compartments. This one here at the top is the one that houses the figures and stuff, including the Cobra Commander, and the big one below holds the tank itself. Looks good. So here's the Cobra insignia on the box. And inside, we can see the figures below the sheet, which looks so awesome. And above it, there's a load of stickers for the tank. There's an instruction manual inside here as well. So here's everybody lined up. And as you can see, we have the Cobra H.I.S tank driver, the Cobra H.I.S tactician, the Cobra H.I.S tank gunner, and the Cobra Commander himself. They all look awesome, especially the retro card Cobra Commander. And in regard to his torso, there's a little Mickey Mouse head symbol attached to the top of the Cobra insignia, and that's a tribute to the original Cobra Commander figure from a long time ago, released in 1982, which had the Mickey Mouse head logo variant on the chest. So overall, this guy is definitely intended to be a very unique figure. Therefore, I am going to keep this particular figure in the packaging. But I will still definitely talk more about this figure and his accessories in detail in the next video, along with the rest of the figures. And by the way, Hasbro might do a general release of this retro carded Cobra Commander at some point, likely with the regular Cobra logo, which I would definitely unseal. Next up are the stickers for the tank. And you can see there's a myriad of different types of cool things on here, so you can customize your tank as you wish with these amazing decals. And we also have a very detailed instruction manual as well, as this side has a very detailed diagram for the tank, which basically shows where everything goes. It looks very good. On this side, it shows you the different phases of the lighting effects for the tank. Very nice. So we're getting close to the main event. And here we have the box that houses the HISS tank itself. I gotta say, I am really liking this cardboard look, as it's simple yet cool looking, and the black logo makes it even better. So you just open this up, and you can see some of the accessories. So we'll just put these aside. And this is a very strong protective cover. So you just lift this up like this. And here's this awesome piece of cargo and more accessories. Here's the gull wing canopy, and it's called that because it's got these doors on either end that can open, which allows the driver to access the cockpit on either side. There's the hinge. So basically, this is the classified style canopy for the HISS tank. It looks really good, and you can see the small details lining the canopy. And then here's the clear canopy, which is the retro style canopy. So you can interchange these canopies whenever you want. Looks good. Here's the double Diablo cannons, which are huge. This weapon mounts to the front of the turret, and this seems like the weapon that will do the most damage to enemy forces. There's quite a lot of detail in it. There's heat stains from the weapon firing. You can also see the gunmetal finish right here, then here, and along these areas. In addition, the cannons are articulated. Very nice. There's the red Cobra logo in the center, and there's another Cobra logo on the control mechanism right here. This control mechanism is articulated, just like the cannons. Pretty cool. In addition, the panel right here has texturing. This piece here is the protective plating, which covers the center of the weapon, and it basically protects the gunner. It's solid black, and it's designed really well. You can see all the small details going around it, and the Cobra insignia looks great. And here's the back. And you just place this on the front of the cannon piece like this. These are the twin Hisruptor ZX-5 blasters, and these mount to the sides of the turret. You can see all the little mechanisms on these, and there's a small gunmetal area on the top of them. Then at the back, they've got some green and red buttons. I presume these pieces are ammunition, and they look good. And there's also some detailing on the front and the top. And you just attach these to the blasters like this. And there we go. Here are the twin HISS integrator cannons, which mount under the nose of the tank. And you can see the heat staining detail on them, just like we saw on the double Diablo cannons. There's a red Cobra logo, and there's also a gunmetal finish along these areas. Next, here are the side-mounted missile racks. These racks are huge. As for the missiles, they're quite detailed, and there's the Cobra insignia on them. They also dislodge from the rack very easily, and you just plug them back in like this. Alright, here we have the protective armor plating covers for the wheels. These look amazing, and these are the classified style covers for the tank's road wheels. The panel work looks excellent, and you can see a combination of black and gunmetal gray along the lower sections. In addition, they're well built and strong. Then here are the retro style plating pieces, and these also look good, as you can see all the nice panel design detail. In addition, they're very sturdy as well. So here's the massive H.I.S.S tank, which is unassembled for now. In regard to the front of this massive beast, you can see the main light section here along this row, the headlight section. And there's also a light section on each end here. And this Cobra logo right here in the center emits light once the vehicle is powered on. So once I put the batteries in later, you will see how this amazing vehicle lights up. There's also a circular area here at the bottom, and that's where you put the cannons, which are called the twin H.I.S.S integrator cannons. Next, let's have a look at the cockpit, and I gotta tell you, it looks dope. I mean, it's got a wide range of detail. The color scheme of black, red, gray, and silver really works together. The seat itself has a ton of texturing on it, and it's got really nice line pattern work on it. Also, you can see the Cobra logo on the headrest area. The seat belt is basically a 5-point harness, which has a lot of texturing and detail. In addition, the buckle also has a Cobra logo on it, which looks amazing. In addition, the 5-point harness is very pliable. Now to the left of the seat is a lever, which can articulate back and forth. To the right of the seat is a joystick, and it too can articulate. Very nice. Then here's the control panel area, which has an insane level of detail, as there's a myriad of dials and stuff on it. And when the lights turn on, this entire panel becomes illuminated. Overall, very nice work by the G.I. Joe HasLab team. And next up is the assembly. So you attach the canopy to the cockpit like this. Then the double Diablo cannons attach like this. And the blasters go in these areas. Next, you plug in the H.I.S.S integrator under here. The missile rack goes here, so you just flip this upward and attach. And the same for this side. Lastly, the armor plating pieces attach to these areas. And by the way, this particular wheel is called a sprocket. And there we go. Alright, here's the fully assembled H.I.S.S tank, and this thing is a sight to behold. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it's just a phenomenal looking vehicle. In addition, it's huge and heavy. Overall, it has a very high quality design, and everything about it is great. So with that being said, let's look more in depth at the left side profile of the tank. So there's the 788 number logo near the cockpit area, which has different types of shading in it. Looks good. There's another cool looking design right here. Next, the boarding ladder can articulate downward, and you just push it back up when you're done. Right here, it says 3/63, and the large Cobra insignia, which you saw earlier, is positioned behind the missile rack, and it looks really good. And along this narrow area right here is a combination of a black and grayscale pattern design, which is slanted. Looks good. Then below this area is the symbol that says GH7C. The tank treads look excellent, and they're also called continuous tracks or tank tracks, so either terminology is fine. These treads are just dope. They're rubber in design, and they're very well built. And the tank road wheels look amazing. Overall, I am definitely liking every bit of this tank, as the overall design and structure of the tank's body are just phenomenal. So as you know, the right side profile of the vehicle is exactly the same as this side. And in terms of how the tank moves, it's really nice. It rolls along really well, and when the tank tracks are moving, it sounds just like an actual tank. So it moves forward and backward really nicely, and it sounds great. Here's the rotating turret section, which is where the gunner mounts. And you just turn this, and lift it out like this. This entire piece looks very good, just like everything else on the tank. Then you just plug it back in like this, and it goes back in quite easily. Also, it turns really easily. In addition, if you turn the turret section around a little, you can remove this piece right here. And that reveals the engine area. And you can see all the mechanical parts and stuff. This looks amazing. Here's the back of the tank, which is another awesome looking area. So there's the Cobra logo, and there's two lights up at the top that are made like the Cobra logo. This tab here can be pulled down, and you can put various Cobra figures on it. You can also see more of that black and grayscale pattern work that we saw on the sides of the tank. Also, here's a handrail, which can be used for posing various Cobra troops. This piece here is a retractable tow mechanism, and it has a nice size peg right here. The huge compartment door opens like this, which reveals the inner compartment of the vehicle. So when you let it down, it basically turns into a ramp. The inside section of the door is nicely detailed and has a metallic finish. In addition, this entire area inside here lights up, which you'll see later. So the weapon storage rack is on the left side, which is where you can put a myriad of weapons, like rifles, automatic weapons, and much more. On the right side is the jump seat, and is made in the shape of a huge Cobra insignia. Overall, it looks dope. In addition, you can adjust the height of the seat depending on the design of the particular figure. So overall, this entire inner compartment is designed very well. There's texturing on the semicircular wall here at the back, and I also really like all the little grid patterns and line work in it. Very good job. And here we have the bottom, which looks good. This is the battery compartment, which houses 3 AA batteries. And this button here controls all the lights on the vehicle. Then here's a view of the H.I.S. tank with the retro style canopy and armor plates. Then here's another view of the vehicle with these retro accessories. Alright, here's a quick look at the driver, tactician, and gunner with the H.I.S. tank. And I'm going to be doing a full review of the figures in the next video anyway. But I just wanted to show you in this video how well they look inside and around the tank. Overall, both the tank and the figures look phenomenal. Then here's another view of them and their massive vehicle. Also, the missile rack is extended outward, which is a very nice feature. And here's another event that you've been waiting on, which is the light show. So as you can see, this is the first phase of lights, and the dashboard lights are on. So let's take a closer look. Looks amazing. Then here's the second click, and the Cobra insignia beacon comes on, which looks amazing. Here's the third click, and the convoy lights come on in the back as well. Here's the fourth click, the fifth click, the sixth click, the seventh click, and you can see the dashboard lights turn off as well. Here's the 8th click, and the logo turns back on. And the 9th click, which is the final one, turns off everything. And it's definitely worth noting that at the convoy area here at the back, when you open the door, the lights automatically come on, regardless of whether you click the lights on or not, which is pretty neat. Also, you can see the tank lights which are lighting on, but the lights generally look amazing with the lights off entirely. So to conclude, I have to say that the H.I.S. tank has a lot to keep anyone entertained. The tank's appearance is very tactical, which is dope. It's big, it's designed well, and it's jam-packed with so much amazing stuff, such as accessories, lighting, and awesome figures. The accessories look amazing in every sense of the word, and I think that the retro-style accessories were a very good addition. Also, the different lighting phases are just phenomenal. Essentially, this tank is an amazing piece to have in any collection, because the amount of effort put into the design is incredible. In addition, the 4 figures that came with the HISS tank look phenomenal, and they are of the highest quality. Overall, this was really a monumental HasLab project, and the G.I. Joe team really did their thing with this vehicle, as they really knocked this out of the ballpark. Very soon, I will be doing a full review of the driver, tactician, and gunner. In addition, I will be doing a review of the Cobra Commander in package. All 4 figures look awesome, and I really can't wait to show them in detail to you, just like I did with this massive work of art by Hasbro. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe.